So, like many of you who have bourbon collections, I have a whole bunch of bottles just sitting around that I have not touched in a while. I know that many of you can relate to this. There are some bottles that I go to regularly and have not been sitting around long at all, and some get finished off pretty quickly. But then there's a whole bunch of them that are just sitting around and really haven't been shown any love in a while. And aside from the fact that I don't want to leave any bottles that are like too empty around for too long, just like that, I just think that sometimes it's good just to mix it up and rotate and go back to some bottles that I haven't had in a while. So we're going to do that on one of these. There are ones that have been sitting around longer than this one, but it's been some time. This is the latest Bulleit. It was a big deal when it first came out. The Bulleit Bottled in Bond. This was the first distilled bourbon from Bulleit themselves. Prior to that, it was Source. It's the first one that they've distilled themselves. It is from Diageo Bulleit Distilling Company. This was released in, I believe, February 2025 this year. Again, Bottled in Bond 100 proof with all the requirements of Bottled in Bond. Non-age stated, but supposedly it's about 7 years. Mash bill undisclosed, but from what I was able to determine, it's 68 corn, 28 rye, full malted barley, which would make sense in a high rye. And it's from the 2017 distillation season. Now, just full disclosure, I always kind of say this about the other Bulleits, especially the original Bulleit. And even this is the barrel proof. These are all their sourced ones, especially the original. I think they're very good in a cocktail, specifically an old fashioned and a Manhattan with the high rye content. I think they make very good cocktails. I do not like the Bulleit regular neat, and honestly, this is a little bit better than that, but I still would rather have this in a cocktail. This, on the other hand, I don't think this is great, but I think it's an improvement over certainly the other ones, and this can be had neat from what I remember, but it's been sitting around, it's opened up. Let me see how it tastes. Let's give it a nose. Nose is pleasant. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. There's something certainly familiar in that Bulleit taste, but again, a little bit more well-rounded than the other ones. So that, again, this is their own distillation. Heavy on the, I call it, whether it be vanilla, caramel, toffee. I think there's something in there. So I think the flavor in this certainly is better than the other ones, and was a definite improvement. I still say it's not one of my favorite Bottled in Bonds. There are many, many more in this category of proof, and certainly rye content that I would prefer, but it's certainly an improvement over what came before it, and it's, I think, the only one that I know. Again, not going into the ryes, I have not tried the Bulleit ryes. I'm not a big rye person, don't really intend to, but of these, the bourbons, this was the first one I think that can be drank neat, and we'll finish doing that right now. So it's good. It's okay. Still not think I don't think it's great. I think it's an improvement over the original. Barrel strength's better than that, but the only Bulleit that I remember that I thought was decent at the time was a long time ago. It was the 10-year, and then I hear that these single barrel store picks sometimes could be good. But in any event, on this one, certainly happy I picked it up, tried it. It's not going to be a rebuy for me. I just, again, it's an improvement. I just don't like it enough to go and buy it again. Cheers.